We'll continue reading from the next paragraph. After having his suggestions rejected twice, Sri Ramananda Rai, he gave two proposals. Mahaprabhu rejected both, said, "Tell me more. What is next? What is better than this? This is all right, but what is above this? What is beyond this?" So, after having his suggestions rejected twice, Sri Ramanand proposed that one should forsake his occupational duties altogether. First one was that one should do his prescribed duties, occupational activities very nicely and offer the results. Now, the third proposal is Sri Ramananda Rai said one should forsake his occupational activities altogether and by such detachment rise to the transcendental plane. In other words, he recommended a complete renunciation of worldly life. To support this proposal, he cited the evidence from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.11.32, wherein the Lord says, "In the scriptures, I have described the ritualistic principles and the way one can become situated in devotional service by giving them up." First, the Supreme Lord says, "In the scriptures, I have described the ritualistic principles." And then how to give up all those ritualistic principles and become situated in devotional service. That is the highest perfection of religion. Sarva dharman parityajya, the famous text from Bhagavad Gita. Ramananda Rai also quoted Lord Krishna's similar statement in the Bhagavad Gita 18.66. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Give up all kinds of religiousness and just surrender unto me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Me is who? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not some XYZ person comes and says that surrender unto me. No, therefore, clearly it is written, me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because these are words of Krishna. And Krishna is saying, I shall protect you from all sinful reactions and you will have nothing to be aggrieved over. There is no need to fear. I will protect you from all sinful reactions. Therefore, we see that one who surrenders to Krishna, when one takes shelter of Krishna, surrenders to Krishna, then all that Puta Bija Pap, all those aprarabdha and everything that is there, sanchita karma, all the kinds, different kinds of karma that are there, everything is taken care by Krishna. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also rejected this third proposal. Again, Krishna's own word, Sarva Dharman Parityaja. But Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, "Arey, ye sab kya hai? This is all for kids, for the primary students, for the secondary students. This is not the PhD level. Tell me more, what is there?" So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also rejected this third proposal from Sri Ramananda Rai. What is this showing? That there are levels for people to understand. That same Supreme Lord Krishna will appear in either his own form, original form, or as his expansions, or he will send some bona fide representatives, empowered devotees, um, confidential representatives to in different parts of the world. It is not that the Supreme Lord is appearing only in India. In different parts of the world, all the different forms that are there, they are either representatives of the Supreme Lord or they are confidential devotees, confidential representatives. They are either empowered devotees or they are manifest expansions or expansions of that same Supreme Lord, and based on the audience, based on which grade those students are, that kind of knowledge is given to them. But Mahaprabhu has come to give the highest, ultimate of all. There is nothing beyond it. Therefore, now Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is rejecting all of these proposals that Sri Ramananda Rai is saying. Now, what is Sri Ramananda Rai saying? Is it making up something of his own? No, he's saying, he's quoting from scriptures. First, he quoted from Vishnu Puran, then he quoted from Bhagavad Gita. But Mahaprabhu is rejecting. No. These proposals, এটা ঠিক আছে, this is okay. Mahaprabhu says this, এটা হয়, but এটা বাহ্য. This is external. আরো বলো. Tell me more. What is there beyond this? Mahaprabhu says actually in Chaitanya Charitamrita. For he wanted to demonstrate that renunciation in itself is not sufficient. Many people, they say they are renounced in the renounced order and they have a lot of control on their senses also. But Mahaprabhu is saying that simply renunciation in itself is not sufficient. This is what Mahaprabhu wanted to establish. There must be positive engagement. I have renounced everything. Very good. But what are you doing? Then what is the use that you have been given all these 2 eyes and nose and ears and mouth and tongue and hands and feet? Then what are you doing if you have renounced everything? What is the use of all of this? What are you doing? There must be positive engagement. Without positive engagement, the highest perfectional stage cannot be attained. Generally, there are 2 kinds of philosophers in the renounced order of life. The goal of one is nirvana, and the goal of the other is the impersonal Brahman effulgence. Such philosophers cannot imagine that they can reach beyond nirvana and the Brahman effulgence to the Vaikuntha planets of the spiritual sky. They cannot imagine. They have no idea about it. That is such misfortune that they are doing so much to simply go into nirvana, that is blank, nothingness, dark, shunya. And there are others who want to merge in the Brahman effulgence. There also no engagement, no positive engagement. Arey, what is the use of doing nothing? There is no fun. Isme maza kahan hai? So boring. And therefore they have no idea that they can go beyond all this to the Vaikuntha planets of the spiritual sky. Because in simple renunciation, there is no conception of spiritual planets and spiritual activities. Therefore, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected this third proposal, that useless. Sri Ramananda Rai then cited more evidence from Bhagavad Gita 18.54. Brahma bhutah prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samaha sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. When by cultivation of knowledge, a person realizes himself to be non-different from the supreme absolute truth, Are Bapre, he becomes joyful and is freed from all kinds of lamentation and material desires. At that time, he perfects his Brahman realization by seeing everyone on the same spiritual level. Such Brahman realization can elevate one to the transcendental stage of devotional service. So, here Krishna says, Brahma bhutah prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. One is when one laments for what they have lost, and other is they lament or they are expecting, lamentation and expectation of something that they are not getting. So here Sri Ramananda Rai is quoting this verse and trying to establish the point that when by cultivation of knowledge, what kind of knowledge? Absolute knowledge. A person realizes himself to be non-different from the supreme absolute truth. In which way? Himself means talking about the soul. The soul is qualitatively non-different from supreme absolute truth. Then such a person becomes joyful and he is freed from all kinds of lamentation and material desires. Then there is no hankering. I want this, I need that, that is missing, this is missing. If I just fix this puzzle, this small thing over here, then the puzzle will be complete. No, that puzzle will never be complete actually. And he never laments also. What is lost, was never meant to be mine. Nothing is mine actually. So such a person is free of lamentation and material desires. At that time, he perfects his Brahman realization by seeing everyone on the same spiritual level. Why? Because everyone is spirit soul. Everybody is the spirit soul, is Atma. And that Atma is part and parcel of the same supreme absolute truth, the same absolute whole. Such Brahman realization can elevate one. So, after doing all this, coming to this point, then one can get elevated to the transcendental stage of devotional service. Just imagine, Srila Prabhupada from day one, he has given us the stage of devotional service. Otherwise, before that, there were so many, all these stages. If we had to do all these things, then I don't know how many lifetimes would have just got wasted, because I don't think there is any hope that by doing all these things we'll ever come to the point in this process, doing this, doing that, and at some point of time getting elevated. So Srila Prabhupada, from the very beginning, leave all this nonsense and just start serving Krishna, devotional service. Anyhow, so Ramananda Rai says that such Brahman realization can elevate one to the transcendental stage of devotional service. Sri Ramananda Rai first suggested devotional service with renunciation of the fruits of one's work. But here he suggests that devotional service with full knowledge and spiritual realization is superior, rather than, okay, so we are doing some activity and then we are offering the fruits to Krishna. That's okay. That was the first suggestion. But here he's suggesting that one should do devotional service with full knowledge. Why we are doing this service? Why is it devotional? Because we are doing it um, as devotees of Krishna in full knowledge. Who is Krishna? Why should we do this service? Is this service devotional service or not? Is it favorable to Krishna's service or not? Is Krishna really wanting this service or not? In that full knowledge. Kamsa was also thinking of Krishna 24/7, and Mother Yashoda is also thinking of Krishna 24/7. But are they both on the same level? No. Because Kamsa is thinking unfavorably. He wants to kill Krishna. And Mother Yashoda is thinking favorably. She wants to serve Krishna. So, therefore, we may want to do a service. Like recently, we are seeing that a very renowned person, he is doing fasting for a purpose, that okay, why these exam papers are leaked. But in scriptures and even in Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly mentioned that any such kind of austerity which is not meant for Krishna, which is not meant for the satisfaction and pleasure of Krishna, they are all waste. They are all waste in the sense that is, such austerities are not asked for because they're unfavorable to Krishna. Krishna has not asked anybody to make their bodies suffer. That body is given by Krishna. Who are you to decide whether I will eat or not eat for this purpose or not? Because everything is happening as per a great plan, a higher plan, and we are making our bodies suffer just to prove a point. Therefore, it is not favorable to Krishna's satisfaction. It is not favorable to Krishna. Therefore, it is not devotional service. And because it is not devotional service, because that austerity has nothing to do with devotional service to Krishna, therefore, such austerities are simply demoniac in nature. Because one is Atmaghati, they are simply trying to kill oneself. They do not know that if they kill themselves before their designated time, they will simply have to suffer even more for that. Because they are trying to do it by their whimsical thoughts. So again, coming back to this, now Ramananda Rai suggests that devotional service should be done with full knowledge and spiritual realization, and this is superior. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, however, also rejected this proposal because simply by renouncing material results in Brahman realization one does not realize the spiritual world. Okay, one is renouncing material results. They want Brahman realization. So what? They will only go to Brahman, that effulgence. They will not go beyond it. Therefore, they will not realize the spiritual world and the spiritual activities. Therefore, proposal rejected. Although there is no material contamination when one attains the stage of Brahman realization, in that stage, one is still not perfectly pure because there is no positive engagement in spiritual activity. As long as one is not positively engaged in spiritual activities of Krishna consciousness, one cannot be called a pure. That soul is still not fully pure. Pure devotee means there is this word pure devotee. There is no such thing as pure. It's incomplete. Pure devotee. So unless one is devotee, there is no question of becoming pure. Therefore, pure devotee. Now, devotees, there are different stages. Therefore, there is this word pure devotee. But if one is not, devotee means one who is engaged in Krishna conscious spiritual activities, devotional activities. And by doing that, they go to the stage of transcendental devotional service. They transcend this material realm and then they go to the transcendental world, the spiritual world, and their activities become transcendental. Right now, we are doing Vedhi Bhakti. That means we are doing because we are advised to do. Sometimes we may not feel like doing, sometimes we may feel like doing more than we have been asked to do. So, this is also one of the anarthas, the lows and highs. This is also one of the anarthas. But all these anarthas will get cleaned as we continue doing this with love and devotion, not mechanically. So we'll pause here for today and then Krishna willing, we'll again continue reading tomorrow. So thank you, dear devotees, for your kind association. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री श्रीमद श्रील जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि हरि बोल श्री श्याम